Knicks post-game show as the Knicks go down against the Kings. Their three-game winning streak is over. Final count tonight, 103-94. Another great game for Julius Randle, 26 points and 15 rebounds. Knicks down by 12 in the fourth, cut it to 2, but the Kings pulled away. Their first-round draft pick, Tyrese Halliburton, look at that key three. He had 16 points, and the Kings, who had lost 9 of 11, beat the Knicks 103-94. From our Delta MSG studios, Bill Pito, along with Wally Zerbiak. Alan Hahn joins us from his home studio. Alan, one of the points we made in the pregame, Kings, the worst defensive team in the whole league, give up 123 points a game, and the Knicks tonight scored only 94.
Yeah, and you could credit a defensive effort by the Kings that mainly was in the paint, in the painted area, with all the block shots that had the Knicks hesitating after a while. Rashawn Holmes had a dominating game inside with 5 block shots, along with 14 rebounds and 16 points. But it's the shooting in the paint. If you look at the numbers here, 18 of 32 in the restricted area for the Knicks, 10 of 30 outside the restricted area in the painted area. Those are 5-footers, 10-footers, 8-footers, and they were bouncing out early in this game, and you just had that feel. You can use back-to-back as an excuse, but the Knicks just could not make makeable shots early, and it was a grind. They had opportunities, though. This was a game you could have won, but they just didn't have enough in them in that second half, and the Kings really desperately needed a win. They made sure they got one against the Knicks here. This is a game that reminded me of that Oklahoma City game 2 weeks ago. Same kind of feel, coming in with a winning streak, feeling good, a team you should beat, and you don't play well enough to do it, and I'm sure there's going to be more frustrated faces watching film tomorrow for sure.
I'm still hungry, Hahn. I'm still waiting for the
starter scored, and
eat.
the bench didn't. That's what it was. The starter scored, the bench
Reggie
didn't.
Bullock, 0. He didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
You're a 1 for 2
You're right.
on your stats. I'll give you 1 for 2. You had the free throws right.
Well, wait.
The
The stats. I don't perform the stats. I tell you what to watch, and that actually was the Kings normally let starters outscore them. That didn't happen to Reggie Bullock. They turned the water off for him. And you did have Randle, you did have RJ, still had big games. The problem was Alec Burks is a scorer off the bench. He was 3 for 14. You couldn't get anybody off the bench to give you any kind of offense. That's what hurt you in this game.
Let's not forget, it was a back-to-back. The Knicks expended a lot of energy against Golden State. Then they have to travel to Sacramento. And Sacramento was waiting. Sacramento had lost 9 out of 11 games, so they were hungry tonight. And, they competed down low. Julius Randle really laid his body on the line, and Marvin Bagley really competed. Marvin Bagley's not known for his defense. Julius Randle beast-moded him a few times, but give Marvin Bagley credit. He fought, he competed, and so did Rashawn Holmes, like Alan said. Those two guys were a big part of why they won, and Halliburton's a pretty good player. I mean, he's pretty good. He looked pretty good for a rook. He really did.
So Obi Toppin, 6 points, of course, taken 8th overall by the Knicks. Halliburton went 12th overall to the Kings. Well, he moves very well.
He does.
And he shoots very well.
He's shifty. He's shifty, Bill. You have to be shifty to play in the NBA.
He's just very fluid.
Very fluid. And that jump shot is smooth looking. Even though it's an awkward release, when it goes through the rim, it is nice looking. And I'm impressed with his defense, too. Plays the passing lanes, long arms, really long. Elasticity. He's got elasticity in his body and just really knows the game. And he looks engaged out there. You can tell, like Emmanuel Quickly, when the camera is on his face, you can see his mind is working. You can see he's thinking basketball. He's thinking, what am I supposed to do the next play? How can I help my team win this basketball game? I love guys that are engaged like that. When you see it on their face, that the brain is always working. And I think he's going to be a pretty good player, it looks like.
2 steals for him also, like you mentioned, the defense. How about 4 block shots, and a big play that he made was the block on Alec Burks. The Knicks had cut it to 2, had the ball. Plenty of time left in this game, and Burks decided to pull up for 3 there, and Halliburton just reached out. Got real long arms. It's the one thing, again, going into the draft, you looked at all the different measurables with him, and one thing with the wingspan, gets his hand on that shot, and the game changed from there. But he had, think about it, from the guard position, him having the 4 block shots, very impressive stuff from him. Didn't shoot the ball well from 3, 2 of 7, but made a big one in front of the Knick bench. And oh, by the way, let them hear about it after he made that shot. Don't think that it's not on his mind that the Knicks passed on him, because he was on their board, and there was talk that he thought he was going to end up in New York.
You know, Alan mentions Halliburton blocking 4 shots. The Kings as a team blocked 14 shots. So that was a key number. Even in defeat, Julius Randle spectacular. And he almost willed his team again down the stretch to another victory, but he came up short. 26 points, 15 rebounds.
Yeah, they were down 12 with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and then he single-handedly went on a wrecking ball, just rampage, and got them back into the game and got it all the way to within 2 at 89-87. He was really aggressive tonight. You could tell after last night when he really facilitated, got his teammates involved, he saw that he had a matchup advantage, and I think he also saw that his teammates weren't really, making shots, coming through. The Knicks struggled from the three-point line. They were 5 for 22, so he said, all right, I'm going to have to be physical. I'm going to have to get buckets tonight by using my strength, my athleticism, and my shiftiness, Bill.
Look at the handle there, though.
That's shiftiness. I mean, for a guy his size to be able to move the way he does laterally and kind of, be deceptive and not just straight lines. That's what's so impressive about Julius Randle, the way he can change directions, the way he can knife through small spaces, and the way he finishes around the rim with different hands and different angles. That's what makes him so tough to guard, because you can't guard him with a big guy. He'll go around him with his speed. Can't guard him with a small guy. He'll overpower him with his size and strength. So he's a really tough matchup on a nightly basis.
Thought Marvin Bagley was just getting beat up, absolutely just getting beat up. And you always find that the weak link, and that certainly was the weak link in the Kings defense. There was one time Bagley fouled him when his back was to him. His back was to Randle, and he fouled him. And he even looked at the ref like, "What did I do?" And it's like, well, that was pretty bad defensive positioning, so we're calling a foul on that anyway. Randle certainly took advantage of his matchup, but I'm telling you, the bench was the key here, or lack thereof, of the bench for the Knicks tonight.